Hello everyone, it's Salona and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to touch a topic, how to make your game perfect. But there's a catch. This video is not going to be about tutorials or a tutorial to beautify your game or something like that. It would be just a general advice I've learned over years and years and years of playing games like Sims. So I thought I would just pass on that knowledge and maybe some of you would find it useful. Really, I don't think this video is going to be like super long, but I do hope that this video will help someone. I am gonna be reading a text I wrote for this specific video, so if my voice might sound weird, that's why. Let's start. To make your game perfect, all you really need to do is to be yourself. Choose what pleases your side most and what you believe will work best in your game. It's tempting to blindly follow someone else's lead when it comes to custom content and beautifying your game. After all, experienced players and guides are everywhere, offering recommendations that seem like easy solutions. But in the end, it's your game and you are the one in charge. I really can't count how many times I found myself dissatisfied with how my game looked, and not because something was inherently wrong with the content or my setup, but because I was simply influenced by guides written by other players. Instead of choosing content that aligned with my personal style, I was looking for what would simply work. I wanted what I thought was best for the game, but in the process I lost touch with what I actually truly wanted. There was a time when I realized the skin I was using just didn't feel right. Like, it was too alpha for my taste, and the alien eyes didn't match my vision, and the hair was like too realistic. I hated the hair system with all my fibers. But by then I already committed to all these defaults and it felt like too much work to change them out. So I continued playing with defaults, convincing myself that they were fine, even though something like didn't click at all. Over time though, I started to notice how much the way my Sims look was affecting my gameplay. I found myself losing interest in creating content, taking screenshots, and even playing the game itself. Even though I was super excited about this game, I just couldn't bear to play it. Why wasn't it working for me, even though it worked so well for the others? The answer was simple. None of his defaults were my personal choice. They weren't what I truly wanted in my game. They might have been popular or highly recommended, but they weren't my expression of how I see my game. Once I embraced the truth, everything started to change. I learned that the best way to enjoy your game is to fill it with things that speak to you, things that you love, not just you think will work. In the end, it's your vision of the game. It's what will make it feel truly perfect. That rule isn't just for defaults, it applies for entire game, entire way you play. From lifetimes to wants to hobbies and yada yada. You don't have to overthink or calculate every little detail to make your Sims lives harder, especially if it's going to make your game experience more stressful. Sure, you can choose to add complexity if you want to, but it's a game about pixel people after all. And I've seen so many people be so serious about maintaining Sims lives, stressing over finances, relationships, and other systems. But the truth is, unless you specifically want those challenges for them, there's no need to make it harder. Just because someone else plays a certain way or focuses on realism doesn't mean you have to follow the rules. The ultimate joy comes from playing the game what suits your style. I am not here to tell you exactly how to play your game, but I do hope to push some of you towards unraveling the truth you might have been clinging to but never had the courage to accept. You don't have to make immediate changes, and you certainly don't have to go on a massive cyber shopping, gathering all the content. All you need to do is just simply start. Small steps. One day you might change your eye default, other skin, so on. Maybe not. Who knows? It's all up to you. A common question I get, how I managed to have a patience and desire to play the same neighborhood for such a long time. The answer is also simple. You don't have to play the game as a repetitive cycle. You can be brave enough to add something new with each passing decade of your Sims world, or not. Again, it's your choice. The key is that that your happiness lies in the layers of fundamental structure you built over time. And yes, letting go of hard work can be tough. Believe me, I know that. But change is natural. The world changes, you change, your Sims can change as well, and so is your playstyle. Don't be afraid to introduce new rules or let go of the old ones. Change the vision of your game. It can make your gameplay more dynamic and more you. The most important advice I can offer: do what feels right for your game. If you change your mind or want to switch things up later on, that's perfectly okay. The beauty of this game is that it can evolve just as much as you do. I really do hope someone will find this advice useful, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you sometime. Bye!